May 18th, 1980. Mt St Helens erupts.
The ground moved a little bit, and then, oh my God, the whole mountain took off.
Spewing scalding rock and ash.
It was coming toward us like it was being shot out of a shotgun.
Unleashing deadly torrents of debris and mud.
I felt him grab me, pull me up on top of a log, and he just kept screaming to hang on.
And leaving behind a landscape of devastation and death.
I remember that day in 1980. Back in February of 1980, my first child, Hillary, was born, and I didn't realize it, but for the next few months in 1980, scientists were studying seismic activity and a bulge that was developing on the side of Mt St Helens. And then May 18th, the eruption occurred, spewing ash for hundreds of miles and killing every living thing within 230 miles. Plants, animals, fish, anything. And 57 people lost their lives. I live a couple hours away from there, and the ash covered the air. In Spokane, they recorded 1 to 4 inches of ash fell. And actually, I think about 7 states had ash covering the air from this eruption of Mt St Helens. Wow, I have still never been to that area to explore around the volcanic site. In fact, Mt St Helens is still considered an active volcano and could likely re-erupt within our lifetime. However, it's a beautiful area for outdoor activities, hiking, camping, and boating, a lot of water activities. The place, there's been a lot of recovery. So Tim and I are going on a camping adventure to Seaquest State Park to explore the area around the Mt St Helens, and please join us. What happened to our sunshine?
Rolled out of it into this.
Camping weather, huh?
Well, so we're here at Seaquest State Park, very close to Mt St Helens. In fact, this is a good sort of base of operations if you're going to be able to go up to some of the viewpoints and like the Johnson Ridge Observatory for St Helens, although it's closed this time of year. We're here in mid-March, and the road hasn't opened up completely to get up that high. But we're here at campground and enjoying this place. As you can see, it's quite forested. We're in the T loop of campsites, which is the full hookups. There are other loops that are partial hookup and then just dry camping. And they're a little more heavily wooded than the full hookup sites here, but this is pleasant, it's nice.
Yeah, we're surrounded by beautiful forest. This is the front yard or side yard. We get this view every day when we wake up and look out our windows. We get to see this beautiful moss-covered forest, and I really enjoy that. So we just, we're about ready to head into Castle Rock. We need some ketchup. We're having hamburgers for dinner, and we ran out of ketchup. Can't do that.
Yep, and somebody has to have ketchup. We're also hoping this afternoon the weather clears up a little bit. We'll drive up the road as far as we can go. I think it's gated at some point, but so we can catch a glimpse of Mt St Helens. It's been a while since I've been up close to it.
All the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Hey, everybody. Hi. So,
Hi.
hi, Tim.
Hi, Christine.
Hi, everybody. We had a good day today.
Yes, we did.
We took a drive, drove along the Spirit Lake Highway, and we stopped at a boat launch. And what lake was that on?
Silver Lake.
Silver Lake.
Yeah.
Okay, Silver Lake boat launch.
Did talk to one fisherman that was just pulling his boat out of the water, and he had no luck. He was out there fishing for crappie, which I'm not saying an off-color word. Crappie or crappie. They're kind of a warm water species fish, what they call a panfish. Sort of related in the perch and bass category, but he said they just weren't biting for him today.
And we kept driving. After that, we stopped at the Hofstadt Creek Bridge. Really a beautiful viewpoint. And I didn't know what was up ahead from there. I didn't realize that we were going to get any better views of Mt St Helens. So we talked to a couple there. They were about our age and they live in Oregon. They were surprised they couldn't see Mt St Helens from that spot either.
I mean, you can see Mt St Helens perfectly from where we live in Oregon, in Scappoose. You can stand at Freddy's parking lot and see Mt St Helens and Mount Rainier and Hood.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you get this far and you can't see it at all.
So you come here and you can't see it.
Distance, right? Yeah.
But wow, we kept driving and we did come across some good views of Mt St Helens.
Yeah, it's kind of cloudy today, and wasn't clear bluebird skies by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, we were able to get up to a place, I think it was called Elk Point.
Got some wind coming through.
A little bit.
Seems like it just started raining a little bit right when we were ready for dinner, so we're under the awning, but now I don't think it's raining.
Yeah, but who knows what will happen in another 10 minutes.
Yeah. How's that look for a delicious dinner at the campsite? Yay! Let's dig in. This morning we're walking through the campground. And we're going to walk under the bridge that takes us across to the visitor center, the Mt St Helens Visitor Center. So this trail passes through some of the basic or primitive campground areas. You can hear the highway noise in the background. We are going to go under the highway, through a tunnel that takes us under the highway. The entrance to Seaquest State Park. And you can see right across the highway part of the slough that we're going to walk around at the visitor center. But so we don't have to walk across the highway, there's a tunnel here that we're going to take. Let's go under the highway. I've heard people singing in this tunnel. Tim, let me hear you sing. Ooh, and we're on the other side.
It's about a 1 mile loop that goes around the marshy area. This is just like a part of Silver Lake here, but it's sort of a cove. And it's just real marshy. There's a lot of wildlife and a lot of birds. I mean, they like that sort of habitat. And they have a nice boardwalk that runs around there in places, and then a trail. So it's pretty enjoyable. Here we go.
The Mt St Helens Visitor Center.
You see a little bit of the mountain.
And you can see a little bit of the mountain from here. Ah, I heard there was a spot. This is it. So that is Mount St. Helens. All the way through there. They're barely visible through the clouds, right? Interesting. It's called the Song of the Tree Frog with road noise in the background.
This is our final day here at Seaquest State Park, close to Mt St Helens in southwest Washington, and we are just about to start prepping to undo the utilities and flush our tanks, actually flush our black tank. But we have noticed in walking around the campground here, for one thing, a lot of you probably know this, so I hope I'm not preaching to the choir, about your black tank sewer hose.
Yeah, there's a lot of variety we've seen.
In the supports. It does make it easier, and this is kind of dependent on the configuration of your particular rig, but to have those kind of supports, they're higher, closer to the trailer, and lower as you get down towards the sewer inlet there, the cap. But so that sewer hose support helps. We've seen other kinds around here. We use a plastic one. I believe it's made by Volcano. It's kind of an accordion type one that folds up like this, and pretty compact, and stores pretty easily in one of our small outside storage compartments. I have seen other people that use like gutter material, either vinyl or aluminum gutter, and just use that as a sewer support. Some people use no support at all, but I will say there are some areas of the country you'll find parks
Right.
that require a sewer hose support. I think that's very true in Florida, but that's what we use. We also have a power, or I should say a surge protector on the electrical box out here. It's a portable surge protector, and it's actually more than just a surge protector. It's what's called an EMS, an electrical management system. Yeah, I would highly recommend having, at a minimum, a basic surge protector. Ideally, like I said, an EMS, an electrical management system. Not cheap, a couple $100, but it's good insurance. You don't want to have either any power surges, or what's even more insidious and damaging is low voltage. Both of those issues can really mess up your electronics in your trailer, and if you've got computers, laptops hooked up, you don't want to fry thousands and thousands of dollars worth of electronics, that's for sure. Also in our water we use what we call a splitter, but it's a Y valve that goes onto the spigot, and each part of the Y has its own little turn knob to shut it off or turn it on. We use one, of course, for the main water, and we are careful about turning off the main water every time we leave the trailer. If we go on a hike or a kayak for a while, I don't want to have any kind of pressure problem or a leak in the trailer while we're gone and we're not aware of it.
The other thing we've started doing when we pull into a campsite is we'll get our Lysol spray out and spray the water spigot off.
Yeah, because we've seen people. You
never know what might have happened to that water spigot.
We've seen people that have been flushing their black tanks or draining their black tanks.
Oh, head splashes.
Yeah, and
things happen.
Then they fold up their black tank hose, for instance, on the picnic table, or they drape it over the hose bib for the water.
Right.
So yeah, we don't need to catch any kind of bugs or viruses.
Yeah. There's a
doing
few
that.
precautions you can take.
Yeah, and talking about the water filters, we use an inline water filter attached right by the hose bib, and then we also have an onboard water filter that's built into the trailer. Some people have yanked those onboard water filters out, saying they're too problematic and subject to leaking. We've not had any issues with ours.
And that's probably enough boring information about hookups, right?
Yeah, well, again, pulling in, we noticed after setting up here the other day, we were sitting outside in the chairs and I happened to look up and there was a huge moss-covered branch right over the top of our trailer.
Yeah.
Clearance-wise, not a problem, but if a big windstorm had come up, that thing would have snapped off. It would have caused probably some major damage to the roof of our trailer. So, especially if you have a high-clearance RV, look up, and check out the branches.
But we haven't had any problems here. We've really enjoyed it here. We've walked around, met people in the campground. So Seaquest State Park has been a real plus. I've enjoyed it. Never been here before. I never have explored the area around Mt St Helens. A lot of beautiful viewpoints. This is a great place to come and stay if you're wanting to explore the Mt St Helens area.
So, ready to sign off?
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.